Welcome back. You're still watching Good Morning Namibia. Now, Adriano Visagie has been nominated for MTC Content Creator of the Year 2025 and also MTC Influencer of the Year 2025 and also African Choice Awards Male Brand Influencer of the Year. Now, these are three incredible recognitions that celebrate excellence, influence, and creativity, two locally and one internationally. He now joins us in studio to talk to us about his journey, his work, and what these nominations basically mean for him. Adriano, it's a pleasure having you in studio.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you too.
It takes me back to 2019 when we were co-hosting
The Numbers.
The Numbers, yes. We're basically together. We're still fresh in the industry.
Yeah.
So I know you've been in the industry. I just entered. And now here you are, a couple of years later. Talk to us about the entire journey. How has it been so far?
Honestly, amazing. But first and foremost, look at where you are. From the Numbers now into Good Morning Namibia. But in all honesty, I think the journey so far has been incredible. It's been a journey of, metamorphosis, but also the fact that, since then, it's always reinventing myself year on year. I always say I thank God for where I am and what I have, and also what I get to achieve every year, because every time you get to achieve a achievement, it's almost like, God, what next? God, what next? So it's been that for me.
Being nominated already, this is huge, Adriano, and these have three nominations. The first one is MTC Content Creator of the Year. Then MTC Influencer of the Year. And then Africa Choice Awards Male Brand Influencer of the Year. Talk to us about your work. You're not only recognized in Namibia, but you're also recognized abroad. Adriano, we've also seen you host abroad. Talk to us about that.
So when I got the, the nominations out, I think, MTC Content Creators, they had an out goal for creators to just sort of submit. So it wasn't you submitting, but really telling your followers, like, listen, guys, there's this happening. If you want to nominate me, please do nominate me. And I got nominated in 2 categories for that matter. And I'm so thankful for the followers. Sometimes you really wonder, does the numbers make a difference? Do people really watch? But there are people that really do inbox me. But for me, it's really recognizing that what I do on a daily basis does influence someone. My pastor always says, how influential are you, and who do you influence, and what is the influence that you influence? But for me, it's touching one person, and one person saying that you waking up every day, Adriano, is you motivating me. The Africa Brand Choice Awards, for me at the Africa Choice Awards, that is amazing. I'm the only Namibian among South Africans and Nigerians. So it's major. It's being hosted in South Africa next year. So I'm really looking forward to it. But it really requires the Namibian nation to really just SMS and vote. It's really everybody coming through in numbers and really saying, how can we rally behind Adriano with the MTC Content Creators as well as the Africa Choice Awards?
Adriano, I want you to take us back to your creative journey. When did you decide to become a content creator? When did you decide to enter the world of influencing? I mean, we know you as a host. You're one of our hosts right here at the NBC, and we also know you as an actor. But talk to us about the content creation and the influencing journey.
I think the demographics of entertainment has really changed. It's not that everybody is onto, everybody does watch NBC, but it's also like, I know I want to watch my prime time, I want to watch my AM breakfast show, or I want to watch my Tupopieni. I'm sorry that I'm talking about all the shows on NBC, but it's really that, I tune into different shows. I don't watch NBC all the time because, I've got an 8 to 5.
Of course.
So all in all, for me, the creative journey has really started when I really just took a leap of faith by reaching out to brands that reached out to me. So I never chose this, it chose me, in essence. I remember, and I don't know if I can name drop, but Tafelaga knocked on my door and they were like, Adriano, we want to tell your brave story. So like you say, I've been an actor of note, I've been an MC of note, and I think that encompasses something that they saw in me and really telling my story. I realized that, hey, brands really reaching out to me to say, but you know what, we want you to promote this, we want you to do this and really get paid for it. It made me realize realize, one, what I'm worthy of, and that there's so much value in my creativity. And I thought about, okay, well, let me do this. Take everybody behind the scenes of the 8 a.m. breakfast show, or take everybody on the journey with me.
Yeah.
For example, like my mom is shooting a brand new campaign today, and I'm so excited. But it's also being vulnerable, like the previous interview. How do you allow that vulnerability in to say, but I'm allowing people into my space, not to so that they do really know the real Adriano, but get to know certain parts and elements of who I am. So if I'm getting paid for that, the Kardashians are being paid for that. So why not? And I think for me, it's really been one of those journeys. And I think of late now that I get to share content of doing my philanthropical work. You know, I know that a lot of people out there have always asked or said, you know, the left hand and the right hand mustn't know what they do. And I felt like, but, you know, if I need aid for the Cancer Association and where we go to when we go give, you know, the cancer kids clothes, why not reach out to a community? If we are feeding 300 children in Katatura, why are we not reaching out to a community to say, please come help? So that is also what I've dedicated myself to. Should I win this funds or should I win this title? It's really to say, we're taking this money. There's a campaign that we're working with guys in Swakop, which is the Cradle of Hope, and they're feeding children in Swakopmund. And it's really to say, how can we plow back to our community? So that is the influence that I want to influence, and not necessarily about, hey, clock it and you know, having fun and chasing numbers and doing a TikTok dance or whatever. It's really about how influential are you with your reach?
Yeah. Adriano, I think one of the things that basically stand out for me, you mentioned your mom earlier. She's been a part of your journey. And there's a campaign that you shot with her. You guys were in the kitchen. Feel good, Feel Good Chicken.
Yeah, Real Good Chicken.
Yes. Talk to us about some of the defining moments in your entire career. What stood out for you? And just talk to us about the support that has been there.
Look, my mom, first and foremost, when it came to theater, for example, Mom really never understood, like, what is this acting business? Until I got nominated for Best Actor in Theater, and she's been my +1 ever since. And I realized then and there that, and every parent watching now, your child can only shine if you support them. And that's what my mom has been. She's been my biggest cheerleader. She really sometimes doesn't understand this industry, especially when I need to explain to her. But look, Mom is on TikTok now. So when we shot the Real Good Chicken show, it was nerve-wracking because they were doing the countdown in the ear, like 5, 3, 2, 1. Before they say action, Mom is like, good morning. I'm like, no, Mom, no,
we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that, Mom. They need to first say action and then you speak. So it's really these moments that I cherish, and being able to take her along this journey. I know a lot of friends and people don't have that opportunity to spend it with their parents, but my mom and dad has been my greatest support through it all. You know, sometimes I don't get to share a lot of what they actually go through, but it's little by little that I'm getting to a space of where I'm opening up that space of sharing it with my family.
You mentioned that you're the only Namibian who is part of the Male Brand Influencer of the Year for the Africa Choice Awards. What does this mean for you personally, Adriano?
Look, when I got the email, I was like, what? Where is this coming from? And I realized that the brand campaigns that I've worked with, and I need to say thank you so much to the brands that I'm working with from South Africa as well, you know, the Unilever brands. Thank you so much for recognizing the work that I do. And for me, it means that as Namibians, we're being recognized. I'm not just taking myself, but I'm taking my country with me. I'm a representation of the 3 million people that, you know, comes from a country southwest of Africa, and we're taking this with. And I also, in this time, realized that, you know, when we talk about, and sorry that I'm delving on politics, NDP6 in the creative industry, our First Lady always says that the creative industry plays a pivotal role, and this is recognition that I'm taking the creative industry with me. I'm taking influences with me because it is a form of a creative industry that just needs a bit of formation still. So for me, it means I'm taking Namibia with me, and it's a win, like you said. This is a win already.
You know what? We want to make it win-win, you know? So, Adriano, how can we vote for you? Let's start locally. Let's talk about the MTC Content Creator of the Year and also MTC Influencer of the Year.
So
Yes.
my team and I worked on this. So
This
it
is amazing.
yeah.
So you wear it?
Yeah, so you wear it actually. So this is influencer INF3 that you
Yes.
SMS to 37882, and then of course content creator of the year, that is CC1, that you get to SMS, that is to 37882. So yeah, this is it. This is what the team will be taking, that is to the streets.
Yeah, I love
And I'm
it.
really excited about that as well.
It's amazing. And for the Africa Choice Awards?
So the Africa Choice Awards, there's a link on my bio on Instagram and Facebook where you get to just follow the link. It's a $0.76 that is in USD. So it comes around about $3-4 and you require a debit card to vote. And if you can't vote, you can always DM me and I can help you vote. So it's really about rallying behind me and really saying, but how many votes per week can we really put out there for the Africa Choice Awards?
Yeah, seeing that you've come so far, Adriano, so many people look up to you. What is your message to the Namibians this morning?
Sure, that's a very interesting one. For me, it's always believe in yourself.
Yeah.
No matter what, always believe in yourself and know that you can always start over. Sometimes we get to fall back and we're like, okay, cool, but how do I reinvent myself in a new space, in a new environment? But remember, you can always start all over again. I'm 34 and, I'm nominated up against such young people where their following is so high and I'm like, but, sometimes you're like, okay, followers, what, but it's really about how influential are you in touching a person. For me, it's always how influential is it that I'm able to just change one person's life? And that could be through a hi, a hug, and just a good morning.
Yeah. I mean, you can have someone with 1 million followers and they are ghost followers, and then you can have someone, with 10 followers and everybody's actually paying attention to you
100%.
and learning from you and picking up something from you. But Adriano, we love your journey. We love it for you. Thank you so much for joining us in Good Morning Namibia, and we're definitely vouching for you.
Thank you so much, Nafel.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you, too.
All right. Adriano Visagie joining us this morning, talking to us about his nominations. He is currently nominated in three categories, 2 locally and 1 internationally. And the first one is Influencer of the Year. That is, of course, for the MTC Content Creators Awards. To vote for him, you can always SMS INF3, that is to 37882. And you can also vote for him as the MTC Content Creator of the Year. That is at CCY1. SMS that also to 882. And of course, for the Africa Choice Awards, the Male Brand Influencer of the Year, you can always head over to his social media platforms. That is Adriano Visagie on Instagram and also Facebook. You can always DM him and find out, Adriano, how can we support you? How can we support the cause? And how do we bring this award home, seeing that he's the only Namibian that is part of that category? You know what? Let's keep supporting our very own people. More conversations coming your way. Do stay with us.